seeing the work being worn by not one but hundreds of performers in the NDP, and this moment is actually something that you cannot buy. Hello, I'm Frederick Lee. I'm the fashion designer for NDP 2021.
My name is Zaini Tahir. I'm the chief choreographer this year's NDP 2021.
I'm Samantha, and I am the assistant chief choreographer for NDP 2021.
Well, I think I've been designing fashion, I've been designing clothes all my life.
I started dancing like every other little girl at 4 years old. I've been dancing in school and after since.
I actually started dancing late at 19 when I joined SAF Music and Drama Company. I was purely by accident because I just signed up for audition. Then before that I was really into music and I was just a nerd, very studious kind of person.
Most importantly, it's my love of fashion. You know, I start very young, growing up playing with Barbie dolls, playing with paper dolls. So that's where I think this thing kicks in and I love it.
I spent quite a number of years as a school teacher, and at night I was rehearsing, and in the weekends I spent most of the time dancing in NUS or anywhere else. Eventually I had to decide as to whether I go into education or teaching or dance until quite late, until I'm in my mid-30s I think, when I chose the arts full-time.
When you see everything come together, I think when people understand what you're trying to do, there's a certain sense of accomplishment and of being understood.
Seeing your work on display, seeing the work being worn by not one but hundreds of performers in the NDP, and this moment is actually something that you cannot buy.
Let's say a typical combined rehearsal on a Saturday. We would be there early. Now, of course, with the current situation, we all had swab tests, and then we'll go for our rehearsals in the afternoon in the hot, scorching hot sun. And then we would run around making sure that from F1 pit building to make sure people are okay, to do last minute rehearsals, give some instructions, and then we'll head back to the float to be ready for the full run of the show, and then be taking notes throughout, and then get back to work the next week to make the necessary changes and adjustments.
Research in terms of how you get your story, how you get inspired, how you have to come up with designs that best supports the performance. This is all in a day job for a designer.
That's actually a job of my CD. He's also a film director, so he actually has thought through very clearly what he wants to see and what he would like the home viewers to see, and we actually work according to what he envisions.
It's easy when you perform for a live audience because you get almost automatic feedback. On camera you don't. And sometimes you have like 5, 6, 10 times you've got to do it over and over again. So it becomes very tiring. So I always need to remind, encourage the participants to present it as if it's the only time they're going to do it. That one takes a bit of effort.
I think that was the key thing in everyone's consideration this year when it comes to moving ahead, either with rehearsals, with the actual combined rehearsals and all. It was always about safety, and it's always at odds with choreography because work within limitations, and I think it pushed us beyond our usual boundaries. With the limitations of groups of 50, imagine one act we've got, say, 200 to 300 performers. We have to do 4 to 6 different rehearsal at different venues and different times. So I think workload-wise has been increased a lot because of limitations of group sizes.
Where I belong, love Tanya Chua.
The road ahead.
There are so many, but one of my favorites are What Do You See?
I think I'm an internal optimist. Can lah.
Don't play hard.
One leg, because I got very long legs, so it's easy to win.
White chicken rice, plenty of chili.
I mean, you want to sin properly, roasted, definitely.
It have to be rain. I love the rain because I find peace in the rain.
Especially when you're at home watching Netflix and pisang goreng and teh tarik. Best.
Money, then I can make people do things and I have more time for myself.
Oh God, I'm Malay, but strange, I don't like spicy food, so I'm strange, no spice.
For other option, I always wanted to be a red lion.
Marching contingent.
The first NDP was on the float is 207 and I did 2007. I think this one really brings back a lot of memories.
The old Kallang Stadium, because it was so wonderful to have 60,000 facing you as a performer. It really feels so together.
It's the one time of the year you can be blatantly and shamelessly patriotic and people don't judge you too much.
I always look forward to their mass performance. The story they tell, the story they bring, the story they deliver behind each every performance.
I hope for Singaporeans to be more equal and be more inclusive.
Aspire to be better than what and where we currently are, and aspire to be a more gracious society, living a life that's worth living.
I think just getting to know people, be interested in people around you.
I think really unconditionally get to know each other without any preconceived notions.
Do not quit and never say die attitude.
Adaptable, resilience, and always looking at the brighter things.
Happy birthday, Singapore!
Happy birthday, Singapore!
I hope we celebrate together as Singaporeans. Happy 56th birthday, Singapore. Thank you.